When I came back from work, I saw my 6-year-old daughter standing outside freezing in the snow. When I asked her what happened, she began crying, saying, "I was eating my chocolate, and my niece wanted it, so I gave her some, but she demanded all of it, so I refused." Then my mother came in and slapped her hard and snatched it from her, giving it to her niece, saying, "You are so useless and ungrateful that it makes me sick even talking to you." My sister joined in. "Next time when my daughter wants something, give it to her immediately without question," while they threw her outside in the snow without a coat as punishment. I took my terrified daughter with me and made one phone call that left all of them pale. My name is Melinda, and I'm a single mom to the most amazing little girl in the world, Ruby. She's 6 years old with curly brown hair and the biggest heart you could imagine. Maybe that's what made what happened to her even more devastating. It was a cold Tuesday evening in February 2025 when my world turned upside down. I'd been working late at the accounting firm where I'm a senior associate, trying to close out month-end reports. The snow had been falling heavily all day, and by the time I left the office at 7 p.m., everything was covered in a thick white blanket. I was exhausted and looking forward to getting home to Ruby, who was staying with my mother and sister while I worked. My mother, Evelyn, had offered to watch Ruby after school. My sister, Candace, and her 8-year-old daughter, Madison, were also staying there temporarily after Candace's messy divorce. I thought it would be good for Ruby to spend time with her grandmother and cousin. I was so wrong. As I pulled into my mother's driveway, my headlights caught something that made my heart stop. There, standing by the front porch in nothing but her school clothes, was Ruby. No coat, no hat, no gloves. She was shivering violently, her little arms wrapped around herself, and there were tears frozen on her cheeks. I slammed the car into park and ran to her, my heels slipping on the icy walkway. "Ruby, baby, what are you doing out here?" I scooped her up, feeling how cold her little body was through her thin sweater. She was like ice. "Mommy," she sobbed against my shoulder, "I'm so cold. I'm so sorry." "Sorry for what, sweetheart? What happened?" I carried her toward the house, fury already building in my chest. How could they leave a 6-year-old outside in a snowstorm? Through her tears, Ruby told me what had happened. "I was eating my chocolate bar that you gave me for being good at school. Madison wanted some, so I broke off a piece and gave it to her. But then she wanted more and more, and then she said I had to give her the whole thing. I said no because it was mine, and you gave it to me." My jaw clenched. That chocolate bar was Ruby's reward for getting all A's on her spelling tests for 3 weeks straight. She'd been so proud of it. It was a small bar, the kind that would last a 6-year-old maybe 10 minutes of careful eating. "Then what happened, baby?" Grandma Evelyn came in and asked what was wrong. Madison started crying and said I was being mean and wouldn't share, but I did share. "Mommy, I gave her some." Ruby's voice cracked. Grandma Evelyn got really mad, and she hit me really hard across my face. I stopped walking. "She hit you?" Ruby nodded, touching her left cheek, which I now noticed was redder than the other. She said I was useless and ungrateful and that it made her sick to even talk to me. Then she took my chocolate and gave it all to Madison. The rage building inside me was unlike anything I'd ever felt. But Ruby wasn't done. Aunt Candace came in too, and she said that next time Madison wants something, I should give it to her right away without asking questions. She said Madison is more important than me because she's going through a hard time with her daddy being gone. I felt like I was going to be sick. "And then they put you outside." Grandma Evelyn said I needed to think about what I'd done and that maybe being cold would teach me to be nicer to my cousin.